There's a very specific kind of pain that almost everyone carries, yet almost no one talks about. It's the quiet, lonely feeling that somehow you're behind in life, that you should have been further, that you should have figured things out by now, that everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck, paused, frozen at the starting line. And this feeling doesn't appear suddenly. It creeps in slowly, in moments so ordinary you barely notice. It happens when you wake up and feel like the day is already bigger than you. When you scroll through your feed and see someone your age buying a house, getting married, traveling, launching a business, or just smiling like life is effortlessly unfolding for them. And you sit there wondering, what's wrong with me? Why am I not there yet? Before we continue, take a second to breathe. And if this message resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe. It helps more people find the clarity they're craving. Let's go deeper. You feel behind in life not because you are actually behind, but because you've been trained to measure your life using someone else's timeline. At some point, maybe without noticing, you started believing that life is a race, that success is a checklist, that worth is something you earn by hitting the right milestones at the right time. This belief doesn't come from you. It comes from culture, comparison, fear, and the illusion that everyone else has it together. But here's the truth no one says out loud. No one is exactly on time. No one is following a perfect script. And if they look like they are, it's just the part they want you to see. The real reason you feel behind is because you've become disconnected from your own path. You stopped listening to your inner rhythm, your real pace, your authentic timing. Instead, you tuned into the noise, the expectations of family, society, friends, colleagues, and strangers who don't even know you. Every time you tried to meet those expectations, you moved a little further away from who you actually are. And that disconnection creates suffering. Because deep down, you know the life you're chasing is not fully yours. You know you're forcing yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. You know you're wearing shoes that weren't made for your feet. This is why you feel exhausted, discouraged, and confused. You're sprinting on a path that isn't yours, and still wondering why you feel stuck. Here's the Zen truth. You don't feel behind because of where you are. You feel behind because of who you're comparing yourself to. Comparison takes the present moment and replaces it with an imaginary scoreboard where you're always losing. It convinces you that your life is defined by what you haven't achieved yet, instead of everything you've already survived, learned, and grown through. But let's look at it differently. Think about the person you envy. Do you know their hidden grief? Do you know their childhood wounds? Do you know what keeps them awake at night? Do you know what they silently regret? You don't. Because no one posts their real timeline. No one shares their failures in real time. No one uploads their insecurity at 3 a.m. You are comparing your backstage to someone else's highlight reel. And no one wins that game. Now let's go deeper, much deeper, into why this happens. Your nervous system was not built for constant comparison. Your mind was not designed to process hundreds of lives per day. When you see so many people ahead, your brain interprets it as danger. It thinks you're falling behind the tribe, and that triggers fear, anxiety, and sometimes even shame. But here's the part that matters most. Feeling behind in life is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're waking up. A sign that your soul is tired of living according to someone else's timing. A sign that you're ready, maybe for the first time, to define your own pace. This is where the shift begins. To break free from the feeling of being behind, you must first understand something deeply uncomfortable. You've been taught to live your life horizontally. That means looking left and right to decide how you're doing. But your real life, the one meant for you, moves vertically. It doesn't move in comparison to others. It moves in depth, not speed. In self-alignment, not milestones. In authenticity, not performance. When you stop living horizontally, everything changes. You stop chasing achievements just to prove something. You stop forcing timelines that don't feel natural. You stop apologizing for your pace. You stop abandoning yourself to meet expectations you never agreed to. Here's the truth most people avoid. The feeling of being behind is not a sign that you're late. It's a sign that you're living too far away from your inner voice. You weren't born to follow the same timeline as anyone else. You were born to reveal your own timing, a timing that unfolds only when you're being honest with yourself. But honesty requires silence. It requires stepping away from the noise. It requires listening to what your body is telling you, what your intuition is whispering, what your heart has been trying to say beneath all the pressure. So let's go deeper into the root of this. You feel behind because you are always comparing your life to an image, not a reality. An image of success. An image of adulthood. An image of achievement. None of it is real. None of it carries the full truth. When you believe that image, you start sprinting. You start forcing timelines. You start ignoring your limits. You start saying yes to things that drain you and no to things that nourish you. Eventually, your life becomes a marathon you never asked to run. But what if you stopped? What if you finally questioned the race? What if you realized you were never meant to compete? Zen teaches something profound. When you stop chasing, you stop suffering. When you stop comparing, you start living. Let's talk about how to actually break free from this mentality, practically, emotionally, and spiritually. The first shift is this. Stop measuring your life by age, milestones, or achievements. Start measuring it by alignment. Are you moving toward a life that feels like yours? Are your decisions rooted in anxiety or honesty? Are your goals coming from your truth or from pressure? The second shift. Detach your worth from your timeline. Life is not linear. Some people meet the love of their life at 20. Others at 50. Some discover their purpose at 16. Others at 60. Some succeed early. Others succeed quietly, gradually, slowly, and more deeply. There is no universal schedule. There is only your schedule. The third shift. Let yourself change direction without guilt. Feeling behind often means you are comparing your current path to a path you no longer want. That's why it hurts. It's like grieving a life you were never meant to live. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to start over. It's okay to move slower. It's okay to grow differently. It's okay to be unconventional. It's okay to be exactly where you are. And here's the final shift, the one most people never make. Stop asking, "Am I behind?" Start asking, "Does this feel true?" Your life is not late. Your life is unfolding. Your path is not wrong. Your pace is not a problem. The world just convinced you it should look different. You are not behind. You are simply becoming. And becoming takes time. Be gentle. Be patient. Be present. If this message brought clarity to your heart, consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow and helps more people find peace in their own timing. Thank you for being here. And remember, your timeline is not a race. It's a rhythm. Learn to hear it, and your life will transform.